Okay, I didn't get to go to the concert tonight because the teacher kept us in the whole time. I guess that's life, right? So we were a little bit disappointed, but I guess Friday night we'll go see Joan Jett. I had to look it up last night to see if I remember any Joan Jett songs besides, you know, I Love Rock and Roll. And I thought, oh no, this is going to be a cool concert. So Friday night it is. But today we did the class and it happened. I went there ready to drop. And then I was in there and I was like, damn, wow, I'm a teacher. And I talked to a couple of people and they convinced me to stick it out. And, you know, it came down to the same thing. Like, yeah, you know, it's so easy to quit. It's so easy to just give up and quit. And just because you're tired. But it goes so fast, too. Even though the work is hard, time goes by quickly, and you know, by summertime I'll be done, and with that comes other perks. So I'm going to stay in the program, but you have no idea, I wanted to quit so bad. Like, I liked it better the other way. I don't know. But I'm more marketable, so. Alright, so that was the decision. I stayed, and I didn't get to go to the concert. So with that said, we're driving home. We're playing, not playing, what do you call it? Follow the Leader. And my son's lights are bright, like bright as hell. They're like blinding me. I don't know why he's going so slow. You know, when he follows me, he follows back really slow. But when I'm following him, he speeds. I don't know if he's trying to be generous because his lights are freaking bright as hell, or what. We try to look it up. We can't figure out how, because he's got the brights on. And I was like, no, you should have a regular setting. And he says they don't on those kind of cars that he has. So I gotta look it up. It's an older car, but it's in mint condition. He inherited from his great-grandfather, and he's got a classic on his hands. But because it's a classic and it was a town car, you know, where they just drove around town, he can't go too long distance. Like sometimes older cars are like that. Like especially if the original owner didn't travel much. If they didn't go on the freeway much or anything. Like it's one of those cars you can only drive around town. You can't go long distances with it. You know, it is old. It's like in original condition. That's his inheritance. Speaking of inheritance, okay, so I'm thinking of like a new hobby, but I'm going to try to figure out these hobbies first, like I was talking about on my other podcast. Hey, what is this? I can't see shit. I don't know what to do. Alright, right now we're in the back roads of Bakersfield. I can't judge the distance of the cars. Oh no, there's another one coming. Oh, he turned off his lights. He thinks he's blinding me. That's so sweet. He's such a good boy. My kids are so good. They have their moments. I don't know how to take that. That was really sweet. First of all, I couldn't take that. It's making me feel old. He's probably going, Mom can't see anything, so I better turn my lights off so she can see. He knows me so well. But I wasn't going to tell him that, you know. I was like, no, it's okay. Don't worry about it. It's kind of cute. Alright. So that was my special bonding moment. I love having boys. You know, I love that I have sons. And it kind of worked out for me. I mean, I would love to have a daughter, too. Who could help me with stuff. But, you know, do daughter things if I knew what to do. But the boys, it's so sweet. Because it's like, in exchange, no matter what your situation is, you end up with men in your life. And more men. More muscles. More things get done. More protection. Unless you had a daughter that's like a badass and can kick butt as, you know, as much as the next guy. Alright, now I'm getting double whammied. I'm getting doubled. Okay, I got brights coming at me and behind me. What the heck? And now I'm passing by that stinky area. Alright, now I can see again. But I have all these ideas. We were talking about in class how I would decorate the classroom. And I'm the only one that didn't have a problem, you know. And it makes sense because my subject's art. And, you know, somebody who's not as creative or anything like that would have a little bit of trouble figuring out how to decorate their classroom because it's important. Even though some people don't think it is because you got to stimulate the mind and stuff. But she showed this video of these new desks, what I was like, whoa. These desks are movable, right? They have wheels, and they change, like, students can change directions. Like, if you want to do a group, you don't have to hear a bunch of tables being physically moved. Like, they can roam around the room with these tables as they're working. And, oh, I thought that was the most awesome thing I've ever seen. I'm like, I wish I had one of those. I guess some charter schools have them. But it was like, dang, you know. But I didn't think about it because some teachers are so rigid and so, you know, rule-orientated that it would be difficult for them to accept it. You know, it would be difficult for them to not have everything in order. But not me, man. I'd be like, here's your table. I guess I don't get intimidated in that way, so, especially with children or anything, you know. But it was interesting. We did some activities, and it sparked my interest, and it made me not drop the class. I'm like, alright, I'm staying. But one of the ladies I was talking to, I did tell her that I do radio podcast because that was another thing that I was thinking about. It's like, darn it, you know, I have all these hobbies. Now, how am I going to be an educator and keep this separate? Because you have to tell a little bit about yourself. Like, you gotta share who you are with the students. And there are some things I would rather not tell them that's not appropriate to tell them, you know. So, and you know, part of the decorating decorating your space is you got to put a little bit of you in there. So I decided what I would do what I would do is I will decorate with some of the things I've made, I think. And since it's not totally specific, I could actually make whatever I want. I can have mobiles hanging on the ceiling, over me only. I can have paintings that I did, or some kind of collages of different topics or different subjects and things like that. Little mini sculptures. So that's what I would do, and I would keep it simple. But as we were talking, I came up with a great project. Not a great project, but another good thing to sell. But all these take time, and that's something I just don't have. So I got to make sure I write it in my book, and I'll write it in my book and have it there for when I finally have the time to make these things. But it involves, my costumes, and I'm kind of excited to try it. Yep. That's right. This is a long, lonely drive. Of my whole trip, this is the longest 10 miles of my day that I have to drive every day. Okay, twice a day. So, 20 miles. Stretch of road with nothingness. Absolutely nothing. It's I don't know if you've ever been on a road trip. There are some roads that are, oh my gosh, I think it's like going through Texas. It's equivalent to that. Where it's just straight road, straight freeway or 2-lane highway of nothingness. Every part looks the same. See, back home, we could drive along the coast and it all changes. Yeah, you got a beach on the side, you got the ocean, but it all changes. You can tell. You can tell when you're in Venice. You can tell when you're in Malibu. You can tell if you're, at Magoo Rock, things like that, because it changes. But out here in the middle of the desert, nothing changes. Oh, wow. Okay, now we have a stoplight and a stop sign on the same corner. That's big. Okay, for where I live. This is a big deal here. That's fancy technology right there. Moving up in the world. All right. What is that? What is it? Oh, it's my Coke. Not Coke. No. Natural juice. But anyway, it's a can. Oh, I miss Coke. No, don't snip that. I didn't mean it like that. I miss drinking Coke. Or, I like Coke better than Pepsi. I never did drink a lot of it, but I do like it. And I have not had it in a long time. A very long time. Because I can't drink carbonation. Oh, I refuse to drink carbonation. Because it's so bad for you. But sometimes I crave it. Sometimes I crave, remember those sodas that you used to have when you were little? Those the grape soda, like Welch's grape soda or something. And then the orange soda. And the orange would be super sugary orange. Sometimes I crave that. And every once in a great while, I'll get it and I'll just buy it. I think it's called Phasia or Fosta or Fasta, or I don't know what it's called, but it's a name brand. They have pineapple, stuff like that. And I remember, not that brand, but there was this one time where they had chocolate Coke. I don't think anybody remembers that. It didn't last very long, but it was chocolate soda, and I would like beg for the chocolate one. And then they had the one, maybe it was called Pepsi Light. No, is it Pepsi Light? There was a Pepsi with lemon. So it was like Pepsi Lemon, and then Pepsi Cherry, or Coca-Cola Cherry, Coke. I'm missing soda. I wish I had some soda, but I know if I drink it, I'm going to be hurt. But I would like it. Just, you know, you can get those flavors for your vaporizers. You can vape to all kinds of Coke flavors. If you got the good kind. Or is it the V2 cigarette? The V2. They have all kinds of flavors. But it's still not quite the same. I think I remember there used to be a gum, too. Oh, wait. That was Gatorade gum. The Gatorade gum? Oh, I like that gum. When it came out, I was like, oh, this is the best gum in the world. But now I can't chew it because it's too much gum. But when you're little, that is not too much, man. I would chew that thing until all the flavor came out, throw it out, and get another one. I wonder if people still chew gum. I mean, I know some people do. I never got into it as a habit. Alright. Where's the one I want? Oh yeah, just cut here. Some truckers make me... Some truckers I don't have patience for. No offense to all you truckers, but some of you truckers have such attitudes and such egos. Oh my gosh. You guys think that just because you're a trucker, you own the road, you know? And sometimes you can't help, like, you can clip the next lane. But sometimes we can see that you're not going to clip the next lane, but you clip it anyways because you think you can. You just do it just to scare off who's on the other side. My dad told me about stuff like that. Like, he was telling me, like, when truckers drive, you know, amongst each other, they ignore all the little cars. They ignore all of you guys. They don't care. He says that their little cars are irrelevant. All they see is other truckers when they drive, and that's it. So sometimes you guys have such attitudes. Just because you drive for a living and use those roads often does not mean you own it. Okay? You'd be clipping off my lane when I'm driving. Oh, I'm almost home. Oh, please be. I want ice cream. Okay, but I'm not going to do it. But I want ice cream. No. Should I get no? I really want some. Okay, I won't do it. Because if I get ice cream, then Matthew's going to get ice cream. And if Matthew gets ice cream, then he's going to be mad at me because I messed up his workout. So, I won't do it. But it's not my fault, right? Because I was like, well, you don't have to have ice cream. I'm just getting ice cream. Just because I have ice cream doesn't mean that you have to have ice cream. Okay, so what did we talk about? We talked about soda and ice cream. I am not home yet. This is ridiculous. And here's the thing, right now I'm so tired. I'm going to go home. I'm going to hit that bed and pass out for like 20 minutes. Just watch. 20, maybe 25 minutes, 30 minutes. And I'll start getting in a good, kind of a good sleep. And then suddenly I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'm like, oh my gosh. And then I'll try not to think about it. And then I'll start dreaming that I have to go to the bathroom. And then I'll start having pain because I gotta go. And then I'll finally get up and go. And then I'll go lay back down and I can't get back to sleep. And then I'm up. And then I start looking at my sales sites. And then I start getting ideas of stuff and it's like, then I have to go make something. So then I go back out there and I start sewing or making something that I can post. And then I'm up until like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then by then I'm so tired, I can't keep my eyes open. I lay down and then 3 hours later I gotta wake up. And start it all over again. That is my day in a nutshell. Sucks. So, what did we learn today? Well, combined with the last podcast where I was having a help wanted ad, and this podcast, the lesson of the day is you got to take care of your body, because your body is what pulls you through life to accomplish all the things that are in your head. So you got to treat it like you've got to treat it well, not just sometimes, but all the time. Like you got to be in top. That should be your top priority when it comes to you. Not your clothes, not your makeup, not your hair. It should be taking care of your body and having it running well and be in the best shape that you can be, so that you can accomplish these goals and work and do all the stuff that you need to do. And then you can focus on other things. Okay, that's number one priority. That's what we learned from On the Road with Desert, an educational broadcast. Oh, we're almost home. All right, so, okay. Well, thank you guys for listening.